Episode 2 of Obi Wan Kenobi is really when I came to the realization that this show is nothing but fan fiction. That's all it is. That is all it is. And of course, I'll make that point a little later on once we've went through this episode. But for the most part, again, it was just... I'd probably say the first 20 minutes, nothing really went on. It took a while to really get going. There's a few problems in it. There's a few things we have to bring up, and you know I've made a few notes here just so I don't forget about them. But let's just dive into this. So what we get, for some reason, we get a previously on Obi-Wan. It's like you put out 2 episodes. You put out 2 episodes in the same day. I don't think you need to put previously on Kenobi. So as we know, in the first episode, we learn that Reva somehow knows that Leia is Vader's daughter. I don't know why she knows that. We do get an explanation on it, and it. I don't think you should. I still don't think you should know this. We know that, of course, Obi-Wan has left planet. He said, "Fuck Luke." You know, if he gets killed, that's his problem. That's his problem. And he's off. And still, throughout this episode, it's like people are looking for you, Obi-Wan. Maybe be a bit more cautious. You know, at the very ending of the first episode, you know, when he's going to get on the bus, you know, he brandishes his lightsaber, like, well, for the audience, but it's like, no, people could see that. I don't know why you're brandishing that. So you're getting the same sort of things that happen in this. Almost constantly. But we get our old previously on Obi-Wan Kenobi, where nothing happened. That's the scene there where he just, you know, I can't find the frame. And then we get our intro sequence, and this is him landing on. I honestly forget what this planet's called now. I don't think it's Coruscant. I don't think it is. I'm honest. No, it's not. No, Coruscant doesn't look like that, does it? But anyway, some planet that somehow Obi-Wan knows that this is the planet where Leia is, so you can see him here. He's walking about with like this device, tracking the ship that went off. It's like, yeah, I don't know where he got all this from. So it's, you know, it's a right shithole. This is downtown Chicago. We get, oh look, jangling of keys. We get old Boba Fett. Well, at least one of the Boba Fetts. He's asking for money because he's a veteran and all that. I don't know why Obi-Wan gives him money. It's like, this guy killed all your friends, killed all the Jedi. You know, this is a guy that was obviously used for Order 66. So I don't know why Obi-Wan goes, yeah, I'll give you money, even though you wiped out my entire race. But that's just so you go, oh, Boba Fett. That's why that's in there. He starts asking this woman about, I've lost my daughter and all that. She's like a drug dealer offering him drugs. Saying, oh, well, here's some spice. This will make you forget about it. So, yeah, you fucking... and as you can tell, that's probably she probably got disowned. That's probably why. With that fucking haircut. And then you get this little boy that comes up saying, you're looking for a I don't know, I know a Jedi or something like that. So we get this little scene here. This is, you know, I forget how to say his name. Was it Kamal Nonjal or something like that? But I think in this he's called... No, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter at all. But this is meant to be like he's supposed to be a Jedi. And then it turns out that, no, he's nothing but a bullshitter. This is supposed to be our funny scene. Oh, he's funny. He's robbing this family. He's tricking this family out of money. Ha 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 ha. So yeah, he's trying to do like this Jedi mind trick, like through the like the microphone and stuff like that, which obviously I don't believe you can do. I don't think so. But Obi-Wan's clicked on that. Now this guy isn't a Jedi. He's just playing tricks, just playing the old tricks. Yeah, and Obi-Wan's like, I need information on. I'm trying to find this young girl. Sort of, that kind of stuff. And it's just meant to be a funny scene, isn't it? That's all it's meant to be. Honestly, see, when I see certain things like throughout like Disney Star Wars, it's like none of it comes across as Star Wars. It just doesn't. It's like, you go back to like they did have the silly goose times, but it was done in a certain way. But when it's done here, it just doesn't mesh well. It really doesn't. I think you need a certain brand of humor, I think. But yeah, he's like, yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you with this information. Yeah, he tells him about what is it, the sewers or some shit like that, something like that. I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit. But yeah, he somehow finds out about like where Leia is pretty quickly. So yeah, he takes this guy's clothes, and this is, I don't know if this is making drugs or something like that. It must be. But yeah, he makes creates a distraction, and steals this. I don't even know what you'd call that. Steals this guy's like key card to get through here. You've got, and then I'm pretty sure we've seen this bit in the trailer where he fights these two guys. One guy's got these spikes in his head. Obi-Wan, puts his hand on the bloody spike, doesn't he, when he's fighting them? So yeah, this is all a trick, and it's like all this is just based on bullshit. It's like, first of all, Reva shouldn't have any of this information that there's any connection between Obi-Wan and Leia. They just shouldn't be there. And to bet on that, Obi-Wan's gonna come running. It's like you're also betting on that Leia's parents they're gonna call Kenobi. There's just so many things that you're gambling at everything on. But quite an interesting thing to point out. I didn't actually realize this in the first episode, but this guy here is actually Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I just thought that was quite interesting that he's in this. He's a bit of a mental guy, but I thought that was something at least a bit interesting. If you like the old Red Hot Chili Peppers. So they have a bit of a conversation. He gets a shot in the stomach. He's pulling out his lightsaber and shit. And that's when Reva starts rolling up. And then Obi-Wan finds Leia, and she's of course not trusting him at first. But yeah, they get out of there because he smashes because the woman with a weird haircut gave Kenobi this, the spice, the drug stuff, and he smashes that. So like Flea and all that, they're obviously out their tits. They're off their tits, all high and shit. There you go. You can see there. So Reva turns up. She's not very happy about this. Still don't know what her motivation is for wanting Kenobi. I still don't know what the motivation is. In fact, it does a little later on. But we still don't really know her motivation. And again, Obi Wan Kenobi is just brandishing this lightsaber about. Because what? Yeah, I wrote this down, didn't I? Yeah, Leia says, "Oh, you're a Jedi." Kenobi's like, "Shh, shh." He's like that, and I just found it funny that you're brandishing this lightsaber in full view of everybody. Paper for them, in front of everybody. So this don't mean shit. You've already given yourself away again, doing the same thing you done. You're done at the end of the first episode. It's like, you know that people are looking for you. It's like, what are you doing? So this shush malarkey doesn't mean anything. And she's like, Leia's pretty, well, let's go then. Let's go. Yeah, and then we get... Why am I forgetting his name now? I always forget his name. This guy is pretty... His acting is pretty interesting. It does, he does play a villain quite well. Reva, on the other hand, not so much. Not so much. So they wrote... you know what I find funny about this guy with a hat on? I find it funny coming from progressive Disney that they give the Asian, a hat that the Japanese used to wear. I just find that hilarious. That they go, oh, let's give him this hat. That's a bit fucking racist, isn't it? But, it looks stupid anyway. It does look stupid. It's just, can we get rid of it, please? Just get rid of it. Just put a helmet on him. Something like that. Because that looks really dumb. So, what is it? Keep your head dry. Is that what it's for? But yeah, he tells, fucking, what, I don't know his name. Does it really fucking matter, does it? But the guy with a hat on saying to him, well, she's, she wants to get getting his good favors, assuming they're talking about Vader. So he's like, you're the least of us, she's not very happy about that, but they're saying, you're done. You're done. We're going to go and look for Obi-Wan. You stay here. You'll be dealt with once we found him. This is where Reva explains how she found out that Leia is Anakin's daughter. What did she say? She says, I found a link between Obi-Wan and Organa in the archives. No, I don't believe that's the case. They knew that when these kids were born, when Luke and Leia were born, they knew that they wouldn't be able to have any of this recorded. They knew they had to keep them secret. So this idea that it's in the archives is bullshit. It's not in the archives. It is not in the archives. I don't know what archives. What where? What archives? It's like, no, this is all bullshit. This is all bullshit because Vader doesn't know until what is the Empire Strike. He doesn't know until then that these two are his kids. He doesn't know it. So this idea that, oh, well, she knows it. No, it's bollocks. It is bollocks. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't go on into further films. And it's things like that where it's nothing but fan fiction. That's all it is. That's all it is. No, she doesn't know this. End of. No, she doesn't know it. So yeah, they carry on. They're just like, you stay here, you silly bitch. And then she's telling these guys to put out like a bounty on Obi-Wan. So now Obi-Wan's image is out there, and everybody's looking for him. And again, there's still things that come up where it's like, people are coming for you. You know this. You already know it. So she's going against Dr. Evil. Let's just call him Dr. Evil. That would do, wouldn't it? She's going against his what he told her to do. Wait here and you'll be dealt with. But to kind of speak on Reva's motivation is to get in favors. That's apparently what it is. As I already said. But yeah, this is they're both walking through. Obi-Wan he realizes that he's got a bounty out on him, so he chucks his hood up, and he buys Leia a nice little coat and some gloves. Yeah, so everybody's looking for him. All the bounty hunters are looking for him. That kid there that's to do with Kamal. Now he knows all this. Again, it's like, just explain this to Leia, because she's going about. She's going, oh look, what's this? What's that? What's this? Oh, so they're going through here a little bit, and it's like, again, like I spoke about in the first episode, they have these kids talking like they're adults. Yeah, what is it that? Yeah, what is it that happens? Yeah, Leia says, because Obi-Wan's, he's keeping his cards close to his chest, and Leia says to him, the more you hide, the more you say. It's like, no, 10-year-olds don't speak like this. Why can she figure shit like this out? She's a therapist. But no, what they're gonna do with Leia is she's gonna be Rey before there was a Rey. That's what they're turning her into. She's just so bright, so smart, figuring out all these things. It's like, no, 10-year-olds, they don't have the concept for any of this. But no, she just, for some reason, she took a class in psychology, and she's going, oh, the less you say, the more you give away. It's like, no, she's 10. She's 10. Can we make our 10-year-olds believable? Oh, so, yeah, again, just the bestest ever. But yeah, so he runs off back to him. Oh, we had this guy. And they want a lot of money for him. He's counting money, I'm assuming. So it's like, yeah, they leave off and said, well, let's go and get him. Let's go get him. Well, do we need to go back a minute? Right, so he has his hood up because he now knows there's bounties coming for him. And then if we go back to where we were, he's now got his hood down. It's like, what are you doing? Are you forgetting? Are you forgetting that there's people after you? So yeah, he comes across a bounty hunter and just gives him a good uppercut. Knocks him the fuck out. Yeah, and this is where I think they learn that Reva's put out this bounty, so now Dr. Evil knows this. And she's up on the rooftop. Leia's still strolling about, she's talking about a dead friend, this little robot here. Obi-Wan's like, that's not going to make any sounds, is it? She says, no, it's hurt. He says, good. Fuck your little toy. So he starts talking to her about it and all that kind of stuff. He goes over here to grab this guy's, have a look at this bounty that's out for him. And she walks over, again, all curious. And then for some reason, she starts figuring out all the stuff that's going on. What I think it is because Disney Star Wars think that you're so dumb, they have to explain what's going on. Where Leia starts going, they're after you. This is your fault that I'm here. It's like, how do you know? The only reason that she's in this situation is no, she doesn't know any of this. She can't. I just can't buy that she's just figuring all this out. A 10-year-old little brain is figuring all this out. I don't believe it. But that's because we need a chase to happen. Because now Obi-Wan can't fucking catch her. It's a 10-year-old. As I said last time, she's got little legs. So don't run fast. 10-year-olds do not run fast. And especially, I don't really think this actress is like 10. I think she's younger than 10. Because it's like the way she runs is more like, more childlike. But yeah, now Obi, and again running about with his fucking hood down. Again, for the what's this? The third time now. Which again is just dumb because he's just, if they spot him, then he's gonna now lead them to where Leia is. Just forgetful. And then she runs across, and this guy's like, "There's the girl. That's the girl we need to get." They're walking through old the old town square. Oh. He's still chasing her, and Leia's jumping the rooftop. How is he still not caught up with her? Maybe because there is a scene in this that I did actually fly by, but yeah, Leia says you seem kind of old and beat up. That's what she says to him. So that's probably why they said it, because, oh no, well, we can't have Kenobi catch her straight away because we need some sort of tension. We need these scenes to go to some sort of tension. So we can't have Obi-Wan just catch her, even though it's like he's not even old. Fuck it, Ewan McGregor. Well, I don't know how old he's supposed to be in this, because I don't know how far back this is from A New Hope. I don't know how long it is. But yeah, the bounty hunters spot him, start shooting at him. Reva hears all this and like, oh, he must be over there then. It's like, this could be anything. It's like you're in a shithole of a city. It's probably a regular occurrence that this kind of stuff goes on. So now she starts jumping across fucking rooftops. But yeah, he's getting shot at. Leia's standing at this thing, if I can find it. It's like a bit. There's like a big gap. There's a big fucking gap, and she's like, "I'm gonna jump it." It's like, no, you're not. No, you're not gonna jump it. You're not gonna make that jump. You know, at first I was kind of like, they're not gonna give her the Force or something, are they? That's what I thought they were gonna do. I honestly thought, oh, so she of course falls. But yeah, I thought, oh no, they're gonna get her to use the fucking Force. That's what I thought they were doing. But no, Obi-Wan, you know, only just uses the Force now, and saves her and stops her from hitting the ground. Again, there shouldn't really be any tension there. It's like we know she doesn't die anyway, so there's nothing tense about this scene because we already know. We already know that she's alive in a New Hope and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, I don't really think we're going to be like, oh no, we know she's not. She doesn't die. So, very very little concern. But yeah, so they come to the old bloody train station, bust at the taxi service, and then this is when Kamal comes up and he's like, now he wants to help Kenobi. He says, I need to right my wrongs and all that sort of stuff. It's like, well, that was fucking quick. You came across Obi-Wan once, and now you're like, right, I need to change. I can no longer, steal from poor people. But yeah, he's like, if I knew you were a Jedi, things would have been different. But he starts helping him out and all that kind of stuff. It starts giving all this is worthless, really, at the end of the day. But yeah, he says if you go up to this cargo plane, and then we're back to Dr. Evil, and he's gonna kill old Flea. He's gonna kill old Flea. So we've still got Reva jumping across rooftops. It's like, yeah, you're a bit late now. Fucking hell, Batman. What, you Batman? Is that what you're going for? So yeah, he comes and tries to. How he knew she'd end up here, I don't know. I don't know why he just knows. Oh, she'll be here. I'll walk around the corner right as she's walking down this alleyway. But he's trying to like buy Obi-Wan some time to get to this cargo ship that's like high up. And she's just like, you're not a fucking Jedi. Get the fuck out of the way! But yeah, then she force pulls his thoughts. So now she knows where Obi-Wan and that are. Again, you shouldn't have even bothered getting in her way. Why would you bother doing that? It's like, because you haven't bought them any time now. You could have bought them time by not letting her know where they are. So you would have been better off just go home. Just go home. But no, I've got to be a hero, and I've got to give away where Obi-Wan is. But we need Reva to find him. We need things to happen. So that's what we got to do. But yeah, they start. I don't know what they're talking about. What are they talking about? No, I didn't write any of this down. But she starts reminding him of Padme. He remembers Padme. Just because Leia's stubborn and giving out orders and shit. And then this is when Reva shows up, lightsaber out straight away. I always find in these sort of newer, like the sound of the lightsaber just sounds a little off to me. It sounds more like a fucking chainsaw. But yeah, she comes in. It's like for a minute I thought I was watching The Warriors. When she starts going, Obi-Wan, come out and play. It's like, yeah, different movie. It's not. Good movie, by the way, The Warriors. A good game as well. I remember having it on the old PSP. Many years ago now. But yeah, he gives her. I don't know what the fuck he gives her, actually. I don't know what it was, but yeah, she jumps on this. She jumps on the cargo plane. You can see up in the top right-hand corner. So Reva is just, she's just talking shite. And then this is, for some reason, Obi Wan Kenobi didn't know that Anakin was Darth Vader. It's been 10 years. It's like you must know all this. You must have figured, well, the Emperor, Palpatine, had a new apprentice straight after I seemingly left Anakin for dead. So he must have been able to figure out where it must be Anakin then. But yeah, she's like, what did she say? He's like, he wants to meet you. He wants to meet you. So that's really what Reva's motivations are so far, is that she just wants to get in good with Darth Vader. So this is when he comes to the realization, Anakin's still alive. I just think he must have already known that. He must already know this. It doesn't take a genius. And then Dr. Evil shows up and he's like, I'll show you how this is done. And then Reva kills him. You actually had someone that had some sort of actual acting capabilities. Some of the way he said things and stuff like that was quite interesting, at least to me. Just the sort of the performance he gave. So, but now we've got to get rid of him. We need someone who's just really does just come across as a bit annoying. And so Obi-Wan, they get away in the ship, and she's shouting, "We will find you. You won't escape." You know that cringe shit from the trailer. And that was at the point where I was like, yeah, this is just fan fiction. It's like, because we already know that Darth Vader and Obi-Wan they don't meet. In between Mustafar and A New Hope, they don't meet in between that. We already know there's the rematch coming up. The rematch didn't fucking happen. And I did actually go back and watch the scene of A New Hope just to actually get what was said. Darth Vader says, when I left you, I was but the learner. Now I'm the master. So they didn't meet within this time span. They didn't. Didn't happen, so it's fan fiction. It's fan fiction. Again, Lucasfilm have this idea that you can just break continuity. You can break that's what you can do. As if that has no... They could just go, oh, well, now Darth Vader in that fight. As if that has no consequences. It's like when you establish things, things are established. It's important to know where you're going, what you can't do, what you can do. But it's clear Lucasfilm don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about breaking any type of canon. They just don't give a shit. So really, again, it should be the end of the series. It's like, well, we know they don't meet, so what's the point in watching this if we know they don't meet? Again, there would have been a story to tell with Obi-Wan. It's just what they're doing with it. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. You know, I've heard interesting ideas like coming from other people of what they could have done. You know, I would, you know, Deborah Cho, the director of this, said it was character driven. No, it's not. You know, it should have been, you know, because they've got the Hayden Christensen. So I think the best idea, I'm not going to steal someone else's idea, but yeah, I believe it was Az from Heel vs. Babyface. He said that, what was it he said? Yeah, they could have done something where, you know, we open the episode and it's Obi-Wan, he's just, you know, living his sheltered life. It's just day-to-day life, just watching over Luke. And then he just takes a seat. And then this is when we go back to the prequel trilogy, and that's where we do our story. Because when you go back to the prequels, there's not, they don't really do much with Anakin and Obi-Wan's relationship. They don't give it much. So you could have went back and gave more context. That's what you could have done. So there is things to do with this. But they've went, we'll just do our own fan fiction. You know, you could, it's so easy to come out with better ideas than this. It's just so easy. And then this is your little, you know, jangling of keys. Oh, Darth Vader's coming. And then, you know, the consumers, they all go, well, Star Wars is saved. We've got a character we like, you know, a character that's interesting. We like this character, so Star Wars is saved. And I'm here to tell you, it's still dead. It really doesn't matter what they do. It's dead. It's like what I've been saying for a while now is just move away from all this stuff. Move away from Obi-Wan, Skywalker. Move away from it all. So you've already fucked it up. Move on. You know, I think, you know, just come up with a brand new Jedi. Start in Coruscant. Start when the Jedi Order is about. You could do all these types of things. Do something new. You've got an entire galaxy to work with. But no, we're still stuck with fucking the shit that's already been fucked up. It's really just, you know, it's not really nice to see. You know, it's like seeing someone on death's door and just, you know, they're desperate to die and they just won't. They won't. No one will just pull the plug. You know, it's you know, the person dying on the bed is saying, pull the plug. I don't want to suffer anymore. But Kathleen Kennedy or whoever it is sitting there going, no, you're going to suffer. That's what it's like. But yeah, so there's Hayden Christensen, I'm guessing. So you get the old breathing going, you know, all that type of stuff, to try and fucking hell. Yeah, I don't give a shit. And here we are at the end of the episode. More shit, more dog shit, and it's just you know, it gets worse and worse as we go along. There's plenty of things to be brought up. You know, Kenobi being a fucking tool, knowing people are after him. He's like, nah, it's just here's my lightsaber. Come and get me. Or here's my face. Look at me. You know, I'm that guy that you're out to get. You've got Leia again. She's like a psychologist in this for some reason. And then the whole stuff with Reva knowing that Leia and Obi-Wan have this connection, and they go with, oh, well, it was in the archives. No, they already knew that these children had to be kept secret. They would not have entered it within the archives. They wouldn't have done it. They would have kept it out. It's like, no, she doesn't know any of this, and that's the end of it. There's no, oh, no, but, no. It's all just a contrivance. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's nothing else. Just more fan fiction. More fan fiction from Hollywood. You know, what we love to see. Doesn't matter what it is anymore. Everything's just fan fiction. And shit fan fiction. There is actually fan fiction out there that's pretty good. Believe it or not. But, you know, this is the $1 million fan fiction, and it's dog shit. It's just complete dog shit. But that does us for that episode, thank fuck. Now we don't have to watch it till Friday, which is, you know, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Only 4 episodes to go. And I expect it to get worse. I do expect it to just get worse and worse. It's just terrible. And a lot of it is just, it's all based on contrivances. That, oh, Reva knew this because the archive. No, it didn't happen. And as I say, we already know within canon, Obi-Wan and Vader do not meet in between Mustafar and A New Hope. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It's like, people like to pretend that continuity or canon isn't important. It has no, oh, well, it doesn't matter. Flashy lights on screen. But we'll finish off there anyway. So, you know, it'll be episode 3 next Friday. At least it's just one episode. At least it's just one episode a week now. And then sort of how I'm going to do this, once we get to episode 6, that'll be an extended video. So that will be, you know, because then I'll go through episode 6, and then I'll do a series sort of overview, just talking about everything. So a lot of this, I really don't want to have to put myself through. I'm probably going to have to go through all these episodes again. I think once we've got 5 episodes, then I'm going to go through them all again, pull everything out, you know, pull it out like that. So see what's there. So expect, I don't know, what, an hour and a half, 2 hours, a 2-hour video on it. I don't know. But, you know, it took us a bit longer than last time. But yeah, that's sort of how I'm going to do it. So we'll just do a big bastard video. Just going through episode 6 and then going through the whole thing. Just with the sort of overview of it all. But, you know, we're almost at 40 minutes, so I'm not going to be surprised if keep going forward, it's just going to get longer and longer and longer. We might be here for 50 minutes next time. We'll see. But I'll let you go, and I shall see you on the next one.